Good morning, Moldies. Happy Monday. Do you actually think that? Are you excited that it's Monday? I know I woke up and I was like, could I just have one more day of weekend? That would be ideal. But the sun is shining and it is beautiful outside, so I will take it. In December, we'll take any time that it is lovely out. But I was thinking about talking about seasonal affective disorder because it is that time of year where we have those blues, and the majority of people have them. You know, whether you have kind of a mainline depression and then you have an uptick in terms of your depressive symptoms, or if you're like I am and you're usually a super upbeat, high energy, excited person, and then winter comes along with its gloom and you have a little bit of a slump in terms of your symptoms and your outlook and all of that. But wherever you are on the spectrum, most people have a little bit of blues that show up, especially with the change in time, which, you know, I don't know the origin. I mean, I know the origin of it. I'm not sure why we continue with it, but I gotta tell you that every time we have that time change, it's like, oh, are you kidding me? So there are some things that you can do that can help with seasonal affective disorder. So number one is getting sunlight in your eyes pretty early in the morning. So whether it be you get up in the morning and you go for a walk if the sun is out and you get that early morning sunshine, or you can use some devices that actually like supercharge your cortisol awakening response. The one that I've used a couple over the years, but the one I've kind of focused on now because it's the most reasonable is the human charger. So a lot of you have seen the lights that you sit in front of, and you have to sit in front of them for like 30 to 60 minutes. It's time constraint adversive, you know, who has time to sit in front of a light for that long every morning. So I like the human charger. I think its price point is less than $200. It is very simple. You put the earbuds in your ears and you go about whatever you're doing. So I tend to do it if I'm commuting. I put it in like headphones and I go, you know, like on my commute. I think a charge cycle is about 12 minutes. So that's enough to give your body what it needs to kind of act like the sunshine, because that's the thing. We need to add light to our body so that our cortisol awakening response occurs. Cortisol is our fight or flight chemical, our main hormone that gets us up, gives us energy, gets us moving, gives us a drive for the day. And most of us moldies, because our adrenals have been stressed out for so long by exposure to something our body can't get rid of, our cortisol levels have plummeted and we don't have a normal cortisol awakening response. The human charger can really help with that. So I'll put the link so you guys can check it out and see if it's something that might work for you and it might help. I know typically I use it from about November through March. 12 minutes a day, super easy. You can do it while you're commuting. You can do it on a walk if it happens to be nice enough that you want to go out for a walk. That's the second thing, is getting out into nature. One thing I noticed is that if I got out, even if it was 5 to 10 minutes, put on the layers, keep yourself warm. But if I actually got out into nature, my view on this season and this delightful weather was a lot better than it was if I didn't, if I just holed up at home and was grouchy because it was cold and dreary out. So get a walk in if you can. Doesn't need to be fast paced, doesn't need to be a marathon. Just get out for 5 to 10 minutes. The third thing is vitamin D. For all of my seasonal affective disorder people, I never recommend that your vitamin D is anything less in that range of 70 to 100. Now, this is super important for all of my autoimmune patients, which obviously all of my moldies are, but getting your vitamin D up to that 70 to 100 has been shown to reduce seasonal affective disorder. There isn't a person out there, unless you have chronic kidney disease, that doesn't do well with about 10,000 IUs a day. But as many of you know, you have to balance that with K. So for every 5,000 of vitamin D, you need about 100 of K. K stops it from forming calcification, so that's important in your vitamin D. My favorite product is a Metagenics. It's a 10,000 with vitamin K in it. You just have to take one soft gel every day with a fatty meal. So for my people that fast, I usually recommend that with dinner. It will not make you nauseous. It's just better absorbed if you take it with another kind of fat. So those are a couple easy tips that you can incorporate into your daily life. Get some natural light if you can go for a walk, whether you do it on your lunch break or you do it first thing in the morning. Those of you who have puppers are probably out twice a day. But you'll notice that your seasonal affective disorder really improves if you get out into the weather. And then, like I said, give a look to the human charger. It does work. I really enjoyed it. I really noticed a huge improvement in my symptoms when I incorporated that. Get your vitamin D levels up to where they should be. Obviously, if you have problems with your kidneys or you've ever had any kind of weird kidney function, we definitely want to monitor that vitamin D level closely and want to make sure you can tolerate that. But the majority of my people that live in the Midwest need at least 10,000 a day. I hope you have a magical day, magical Monday to start your week. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I ask if this appeals to you, please share it with family and friends. So if somebody else is struggling with seasonal affective disorder, maybe this can help them. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll talk to you guys soon.